Welcome to Church Tea. Let's get into it. So I'm back with a quick snack, and I ran across an article about our girl, Miss Wendy Williams. How you doing? And I know people probably wonder, how is Wendy doing? And where is Wendy? Well, I'm here to just report some information I found. And this particular article was posted June 28th, 2024, just to give you a date, a time frame. And it's about basic, as usual, if you know anything about Wendy and in her life lately, it's all about her money and her fortune. And the title is Wendy Williams' friend alleges she had 55 million before Guardian took control. Okay, and and I will post the article down in the information box if you want to read it in entirety. Okay, so a friend of Wendy Williams claims the former talk show host had 55 million in her account before her guardian, Sabrina Maurice, took control and claimed she was out of funds. It's so much around this. I'm gonna keep going, but when I hear all these different things, it just frustrates me. Um, just frustrates me. Nevertheless, in an affidavit submitted to New Jersey court, Regina Shell, Wendy's best friend of 44 years, asserted that she had examined the star's Wells Fargo bank statements before Maurice said she was broke. Shell made this claim in a filing submitted on behalf of Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, in his alimony case. Well, that makes you scratch your head. What she just say? Hunter's divorce settlement payments ceased after Wells Fargo terminated them following Williams' court-ordered guardianship in 2022. Okay, now, so I'm going to continue with the article. So it's a bit of information, but there was a lot there already. So I had a couple questions already, but I'm going to finish. I'm going to keep reading, but as in the best friend being Regina Shell, that's what the article says. You know what? I watched her documentary that they put out about Wendy. I just don't recall that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't recall them mentioning Regina in the documentary, but I could be wrong. Okay, I hadn't seen it in a while. I have to go back and watch it. I don't recall her being in that. But nevertheless, let's keep going. Okay. Per the Jasmine brand, Shell's affidavit reads, in July of 2022, Wendy invited me to stay with her in New York City for an extended period. During that visit, Wendy expressed to me that she wished to explore options regarding her estate, specifically a possible change with her current financial institution. She also shared with me documents from Wells Fargo showing a cumulative balance of nearly 55 million. Well, okay. She continued, Wendy had scheduled an appointment with Bank of America's private banking group. I remained present during the entire presentation. Following the meeting, I witnessed Wendy handing the handing the Bank of America proposals and documents to Miss Maurice as we were all in the same vehicle drive to the courthouse. Mm-hmm. Shell added, days later, I returned to my home in California and received an urgent call from Wendy's then publicist. The publicist claims to have overheard a conversation between Wendy and Miss Maurice, whereas Miss Maurice gave Wendy the unfortunate news that there is no money in Wendy's accounts. What? In disbelief, I immediately contacted Miss Maurice. Miss Maurice and I have been in regular contact, and I fully expected her to tell me there was some sort of miscommunication. But instead, I was blocked from all communication with her and denied access to my beloved friend. Mm-mm-mm. That's crazy. Okay. Shell claims she hasn't spoken to William since May 2023. Well, I guess it answers my question. I was wondering why she wasn't in the documentary, but there's that. Okay. That's why. Because she said she hadn't spoken to Wendy since mid-summer last year, 2023. Meanwhile, in an April court hearing, Hunter alleged that Wendy's guardian drained her finances. He has been in and out of court seeking access to Wendy's financial records from the time of the divorce through the period of court-ordered guardianship. Okay, well, I have an issue with that, but let me keep going. Hunter believes these records and crucial. Hunter believes these records are crucial for his case, arguing they will support his request to reinstate his payments. So, I think that's the end of the article. I think the gist of this whole thing and the same thing has been going on since the beginning, since the whole debacle with Wendy and her health breaking. It's the same thing. It all revolves around her money and her fortune and her assets. It's crazy to me. That's all it is. It seems like everybody has their hands out and that's what they want. I mean, I'm not sure about the best friend Regina. She could really be looking out for her, but again, I hadn't heard anything about her. But I'm a Wendy Williams fan, so I don't. That doesn't mean she didn't exist. I could have possibly missed it. And then, as far as Kevin Hunter goes, well, we know why he's in court. He didn't want them to try. So he wants them to reinstate his alimony. But remember, if you don't remember, I'll remind you. There was a point where they stopped the alimony because, in the divorce decree, there was an agreement or in there stating that when Wendy was unemployed or underemployed, that she was not obligated to pay him alimony. So that's why he keeps trying to go back to court and sue, and that's why he's so up in arms about the whole thing about the financial um, person coming in and taking over. That's what his concern is, in my opinion, from what I've read and heard. Okay, but it does sound suspicious. I mean, we really don't know, to tell you the truth. No one really knows, but the lady over who's handling her finances, the overseer of the finances, and then the bank, and then maybe Wendy, because it's just crazy because everybody seems to be money hungry, so she has to have someone in her corner, and I hope that she's in her corner. But it's really sad that there's really no one that she can truly trust to have her back at this point. Um, and it seems like once the third party is in the bank and everybody's in your business, and then they've already said they don't trust her judgment due to her mental and physical ailments, issues, and all the things. So, yeah, anyway, it's still sad. Nothing really good news. I hadn't heard anything else besides that. It's just sad that they're still talking about money, okay? And they're still after her money. And I don't know if Wendy had 55 million and then it disappeared. How would that even happen? I don't know. And the other part about this is maybe Wendy had debts and things, and maybe the lady came in, the overseer of her finances, Miss Maurice, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Maybe she had to come in and pay bills and get things caught up. Maybe that's why she don't have that much money now. There's so many different things and views and ways to look at things. You may have seen a certain amount of money, but we don't know what the bills, expenses were, and what had to be taken care of. Because I think I even read an article a while back, or maybe a month ago or so, about them selling her home. So I don't think Wendy is in the best financial situation, allegedly. Just speculating from the different articles and videos that I read and heard. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have. I just wanted to share that information. Unfortunately, Wendy, I hope she's doing okay. Um, hope she's comfortable, if nothing else. Okay, with all this drama going on around her. As I always say, we can't change anyone else. Focus on the things you can control and not on things you can't. I'll be back with another one. Thank you and goodbye.